But the story that we are breaking tonight at the top, an internal committee had submitted a report to the principal on July 9 in the Odisha sexual harassment case that led to the self-immolation of a young girl student and has now provoked outrage both in Odisha and across the country. There was an Odisha Bandh, remember, today called by the Biju Janata Dal. The committee had suggested the transfer or suspension of the head of department who had been accused of sexual harassment. Sources now saying police had sought a report at that time. The principal didn't share the report with the police. The girl who said her complaints were falling on deaf ears self-immolated herself and passed away earlier yesterday. So clearly at the moment, there is a sense that the girl's complaints and the recommendations of the internal committee of the college were not adhered to and led to self-immolation and has triggered this widespread outrage. A 20-year-old Odisha student from Balasore, remember, died after setting herself on fire. She had alleged harassment by her HOD Sahu and inaction by the college authorities. Protests have erupted across Odisha as her father fights for justice, claiming his daughter has been murdered. The big question, will the system finally listen? Is sexual harassment on campuses one of the worst kept secrets in this country? That's what I'm going to focus on in a moment. But first, take a look at all that's happened in that case today.
The 20-year-old student of Fakir Mohan University got absolutely no support in the weeks that followed her complaint about sexual harassment by a professor. Her death has galvanized politicians, activists, students across Odisha, triggering angry protest. Making one wonder, why was this outrage missing when she first sought justice? On June 20th, the victim filed her first complaint to Principal Dilip Ghosh, alleging that the head of department, Sahu, was harassing her and seeking sexual favors. Shockingly, this complaint was filed in the presence of the accused. Days later, she submitted a second complaint to the principal. This too was ignored. On June 30th, she sent a third reminder. This too got no response. On July 1st, the desperate victim approached the college's internal complaints committee with her grievance. She also posted it online, tagging government officials and even reaching out to Chief Minister Mohan Manji, Union Education Minister, State Education Minister, and other higher officials. By July 12th, betrayed and hopeless, she gave up the fight, taking the extreme step of self-immolation. 2 days later, after suffering 96% burn injuries, she was declared dead. His daughter taken from him too soon, the father is shattered.
वो प्रिंसिपल को प्रिंसिपल जी के रूम से आके सुसाइड के अटेम्प्ट लिया तो कुछ तो होगा इधर। तो एक अच्छा बच्ची प्रिंसिपल के रूम के अंदर जाता है, 20-25 मिनट के बाद वो इधर आके सुसाइड के अटेम्प्ट लेता है। क्यों? कुछ तो होगा इधर ना। मुझे भगवान को तो मालूम है कि मैं तो इधर नहीं था, सच्ची बोलता मैं तो इधर नहीं था। बाद में मुझे वीडियो देते इधर देते सबसे पूछते तो मुझे मालूम हुआ। तो कुछ तो होगा। अब अंदाजा लगाइए क्यों ऐसा होगा? कुछ तो इधर होगा। कोई ऐसे क्या आपको आग में डाल देगा? कोई ऐसा कर सकता है क्या? मेरा बात समझ
On Wednesday, the streets of Odisha erupted in anger. The principal opposition party, BJD, called a Balasore Bandh. The Congress has called a statewide Bandh on Thursday. The ruling BJP has urged rivals not to politicize the incident.
उड़ीसा के वर्तमान सरकार ने एक त्वरित पदक्षेप लेकर के कॉलेज के अध्यक्ष, कॉलेज के प्रिंसिपल, इन लोगों को सस्पेंड करना, जेल के हिरासत में लाना, ये सारे काम सरकार ने बहुत ही कड़ा कार्यानुष्ठान के दौरान किया हुआ है। लेकिन इस चीज़ को लेकर के पॉलिटिक्स करना, राजनीति करना, ये अत्यंत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है।
आप एफआईआर तक रजिस्टर नहीं किया, इतना बड़ा अपराध आप कानूनन किया है, तो इनको ये पुलिस वर्दी पहनने लायक नहीं है, इनको डिसमिस कर देना चाहिए। वो अभी तक कुछ नहीं हुआ है। एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर को बताया था, वो खुलेआम घूम रहा है, उसको तुरंत मंत्रिमंडल से बर्खास्त करना चाहिए।
That, in a way, sums up the story of crimes against women in India. Political parties take a stand depending on where the crime happened, in a state ruled by them or their rivals. The call for justice rings louder than ever before. But is anyone listening? With Anirban Roy, Bureau Report, India Today.